welcome back to my channel, Asia Marie TV. I am so excited for tonight's episode because it is back to dating, which is my favorite little segment of all of my different things, lifestyle, beauty, and dating on my channel. But I actually gave you guys the option to see what you wanted me to talk about this week. So it was between, which I put on my poll on my Instagram, which is at Your Faith Continent for my personal, and at Asia Marie TV for my YouTube Instagram. It's still growing, so I still just put stuff on my personal one. The results were super clear that dinner etiquette was of interest and that you guys wanted me to kind of give a few more tips on that. So don't get this confused with first date do's and don'ts. This is kind of different. It's specifically dinner and just things that you should be doing and not be doing on dinner. Now, we all know that I am a very strong advocate for
activities,
as I stressed before. But you gotta eat. At some point, you're bound to find yourself on a dinner date and you will need to implement these tools. So let's not get it confused with the 3 C's of like conversation, confidence, chemistry. That's going on simultaneously with the things I'm gonna talk about today. Just the little minor things that you need to make sure that you come with along with that. So these are just some quick tips for your next dinner date. So keep on watching and be sure to subscribe below. Alright, so the first tip is before dinner even happens with the planning process, because a lot of people are eliminated at the planning process because you flop immediately. Be intentional, be specific about your dinner plans. So rather than being like, oh, when are you free? When are you free? What time works for you? What time works for you? Oh, where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? To eliminate that, be specific, be intentional. Say, hey, would love to grab dinner with you 7 p.m. this Thursday at Bonefish Grill. How does that sound? Boom. You have given them a location, a time, and a day of the week to commit to. So it's just so much easier to go along with that and use that as a reference point, and they can later adjust that. Like, hey, would love to go to Bonefish. Can we do 8 p.m. instead? I actually have a meeting. So you already have given them enough to move forward by you being intentional from the jump. Next up is the actual dinner location. Now, this is really important as well because you want to be really careful, men, or, you know, if you're in a homosexual relationship, whoever's dominant or like more masculine, you want to be really clear on where you're taking these individuals, because what you put out there is the energy that we're expecting each and every time. So if I'm getting Ruth Chris Steakhouse, like, I'm expecting the top of the line every single time. But you don't want to start as low as, you know, Wendy's 4 for $4, but somewhere in the middle towards the nicer end, because you want to definitely impress. I would say like a nice Italian spot, the bill is maybe like 80 to 100 bucks. Like, that's cool. Just don't introduce me to an energy that you cannot maintain, period. So we are now at dinner. Everything's going great. You have, of course, pulled her seat out, make sure she's comfortable within her seat, and now it's time to order. Men. I have seen this so many times. I'm a server. I've been serving for over 5 years. And it is just so rude when you don't let your woman order first. Ladies first. Make sure she orders, and of course let her know, order whatever you'd like. Don't stare at her if she orders a steak, or don't stare at her if she's ordering, you know, an expensive glass of wine, because you have already strategically chosen the location. So just make her super comfortable. Make sure you give the floor to your woman to order first, always. Great. So fellas, oh wait, this piece of hair. So fellas, it's finally your time to order. And this is another thing that I've seen in my experience of you order like, oh, I'll have the chicken. How much is that?
How much is that?
Ever ask the price of any menu item. Do your research. If you're on a budget, that's awesome, excellent. There's always the menu online. Budget your money and you know, just see what the best option will be for you. But definitely do not ask, because then as a woman, like, damn, like, he must be really struggling for this date. It may not be a part 2. So just don't ask how much things are. Usually it is listed on the menu, and if it's not listed, it's expensive as fuck. Also, like, don't be cheap, okay? Like, it's one thing to be, you know, aware, of course, of how much you're spending, but Don't be super cheap. Don't be getting a water with lemon on your first date with me. Don't be getting a side salad. Oh, what's on special? Oh, how much is it? Like, don't give me the vibe of like cheapness. We can pretty much see you calculating in your head of, okay, she got this and I got this and I got another drink and I got a refill and I got this and I got, like, that's awkward and uncomfortable for us. So just relax, like budget ahead of time. Again, the menu is online, so be very, very comfortable and be prepared to cut a check. We are aware of that, and that makes us like, okay, let me take a step back, because you want to assert yourself early on as the provider.
Stability.
Now, ladies, I'm gonna have to get you really, really quick. Do not take advantage of these men. Don't milk it. Don't get a 16-ounce steak, a crab cake, extra butter, side salad, baked potato, 4 drinks, and a doggy bag. Like, don't take it to the extreme. Don't milk it. And this is exactly why men are very reluctant to do those nicer things for us, because they're like, oh, I may be used. Like, this very well may be a free meal alert. So just keep it classy, get you some food, maybe a little to go, but just don't milk it. Lastly, please try not to mispronounce any of the words on the menu. For instance, I have heard Pinto Grigio, Prosciutto, messing up the wines crazy, what else? Filet, just you name it. I'm not judging anyone, but it just looks bad. It just looks like you've never been anywhere. You don't really have any class. Like, I don't come for much, but you have to present yourself in the best way possible always. So just try to do some research, or always ask for clarity from your server. If you're not sure about the wine, just say, I'll have your house red, which is the cheapest, or I'll have your finest white wine, which is, you know, more expensive. So rather than try to attempt the name, or what do you suggest? What's the proprietor's pick right now? What's seasonal? Like, what's good right now? So making it an open dialogue rather than looking crazy to your date. My absolute biggest pet peeve as a server, and also just having been on so many dates, this is my biggest like, you need to relax. You will get a refill. The waiter or waitress is coming any minute. Like, relax. Like, you have nothing left. Like, that is literally the most annoying thing ever. If you do that immediately, never. You're getting blocked immediately. Overall, I hope that these tips were super helpful for you guys. I'm giving you these tips from a server perspective, and also just a woman that's been on several dates and have observed these things. So honestly, these are just a few. I have so many more, and I want to keep the conversation going. Let me know what you guys think.
Like, dislike, comment, follow, subscribe.
Do all of that, and stay tuned for Asia Marie Mondays. I'll be posting every single Monday. Enjoy your week.